Hi everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. It's the 8th of January and guess what? It's still raining. I mean, basically it's been raining every day since Boxing Day, which is, well, mainly the reason why I haven't done a video from up here. So I'm up the allotment and up here to do a couple of little jobs and to do the update video. So let me turn the camera around and we'll just have a little walk around, probably a quick walk around. Right, so there's the shed. It's a little emptier probably than last time you saw it. Had to have a bit of a tidy, mainly so that I could sit in there when it's been chucking it down with rain. Unfortunately, with the really cold spell that we had, all my backup dahlia stock rotted, so hence I have no pallet worth of dahlia tubers anymore. They've all had to go on the compost heap. The squash have all gone again. They froze, so had to get them home, and they have been chopped and frozen, ready for use. Compost bin full of dahlias, full of chard and all sorts of stuff that I've had to pull out. Have started using the first bin, which is actually pretty nice stuff. So I'll just work through bed by bed. So still got some Brussels sprouts, some have blown, some not, but yeah, we had those for Christmas period, been really good. Those three plants there, they're actually the perpetual spinach that came out from that second bed. Needed to use that space. Last bit of cabbage, land cress and pak choi. Surprisingly, the slugs haven't totally devoured it. They've eaten some, but essentially that's just going to be picked and used for guinea pig food. Second bed, so I did a bit of planting up here earlier. So set out the broad beans. So broad beans are sowed into cell trays in November, let them grow, and then I've planted the cells of individual plants out, strung up, whatever you want to say, around the outside as a bit of support. Might be a couple that I've lost. Last few of the swede in there, just literally put the cover across the whole thing, just really to protect that little bit, and that is the last of the curly kale. Had some over Christmas period, but also lost some due to it being, well, just so wet and cold. This bed, well, this was my late plantings. Not that you can probably see much in there, but there's not a lot left, to be honest, on account of, I think they all got frozen and eaten. So what should have been in that, well, this section was the all year rounds cauliflower. Well, they're not going to be very all year round because they're pretty much gone. Need to get some more of those in. These are the cabbage, so looking all right. Probably a few losses amongst those. Can't even think. Oh yeah, that's the kale Cavolo Nero. Again, I'd say there's probably only about half of them have survived, and on the end here are the Egyptian onions, which thankfully are still alive. Onto this bed. So this bed is senchu onions, which, let's give it a little shake. You can see they're sprouting, albeit it seems that the further we come up from that end to this end, the slower the rate of growth. So that's an interesting one, actually. This was my first bed that was planted. These are the Autumn Champion, and you can see they're looking pretty well established, and indeed the cold wet has not bothered them at all. Doesn't look like there's been many failures, possibly 2 or 3. A bit of weed starting to come up, but needs sorting out. So in this bed I have essentially the overspill of those couple of types. Oh, I've just remembered, I come take it back as to why these are different. So these ones here, these are the red onions. What were they? Red winter. That's why they're growing differently. So red winter. Well, now I've remembered. So overspill into here, got a few of the autumn champion, and then the remains of red winter. Let's go around here. Probably looking at a label might help you remember. And this is why I always put my labels in first, because as I always say, my memory's not the best. Right, so I know we got the 2 lots of shallots. Golden sphere is here, and Miko is in that one. Then I have a massive bed. So this bed here, this was the dahlia bed. Well, it's not the dahlia bed anymore, and I'll tell you for why once I've done the full tour. So this whole bed is garlic, which hopefully some of you would have seen in my planting out. So Chinook white, topodrome, Carcinone white, music porcelain, Thermador, early purple, all there. Albacean white is up to here, and what we got? Oh yeah, so we got a little intermediate, or little division, that's the right word, of shallots in there. And then this block here are all the elephant garlic. So bulb bills and some big bulbs as well, so a bit of an experiment there. This bed here, barring the last couple of tufts, again this bed is all garlic, made up of Carcinone white, early purple white, and topodrome, that's right. So this bed is actually being grown for the manager of the farm to use in their community. I don't know if I've ever really mentioned it before. I think I might have, but the allotments and farmland is actually owned by Jewish community. So yeah, I'm growing the garlic for them. Right, this bit, well, nothing. The chrysanthemums, which unfortunately they got frosted, so never actually got any of the winter chrysanthemum off those. And you can see there's a little bit of bud formation just starting to come on these black currants and the blueberries, and just in here there's a couple of little sprouts appearing just of a few more garlic, which I think my son's planted about 10 bulbs. So that is it for the walk around, but I thought I'd go and show you the new plot. Right, so we're on our way up to the field. So as I say, all this land is owned by an Orthodox Jewish community. They have some fairly significant plans for different things, and you know what it's like when you try and do your own garden, is to where to start first. And it is a little bit like that with the farm and everything, is there's so much to get done after a few years of previous owners neglecting the sites. They're trying to get things done on multiple fronts, but one thing that is happening as of February is that new allotments. So essentially I'm going to be keeping my current site until the crops are harvested, which would be the summer period, hence the reason why I've only put in garlic, onion, broad bean and a few bits and pieces. And this plot here is going to be for the new allotments. So there's going to be 10 allotments up here with irrigation points halfway, and my plot is going to be that back section there, which is 15 meters by 12 meters, so a good size. And behind it, in that part of the field, that is now sheep, so they're going to be in that section. And this new pen that's been made, this is also going to be housing sheep, so it'll actually be quite nice surrounded by the sheep. And then along that side there's thought of it being planted up as wildflowers, so it's something quite nice, I think. So that is it. That's my January roundup, you know, and we're already into the second week, but that's the January roundup. Plenty of things happening, certainly plenty of things will be happening behind me, but yeah, for the time being, the bits down there, they can just more or less fend for themselves. And in the meantime, it means that I've got to get some plans done, think of some ideas for behind me, and work out what seeds to actually start growing. Also does mean, unfortunately, a lot of work again. So setting up all the beds, all the manure, soil, cardboard, yeah, everything you need for no dig beds again. So it's going to be a lot of work, but it'll be a lot of work up here and work on that bed as well. But anyway, at least you get to see what I'm doing. So yeah, hope you like the little walk around on this windy, but thankfully not raining at the moment, day. If you've got any questions, and obviously always send them over to me. I'll do my very best to answer them for you. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos I'm doing. And always say it, but it is so true. Enjoy what you're doing, have fun, and make the most of the weather and all your time. So until next time, bye for now.